Hey everyone, how's it going? Today, let's take a quick look and quick test drive of the 2005 Chevrolet Corvette. And before we begin, I'd like to give a big thanks and special shout out to South Coast Autos, located in Houston, Texas, for inviting me to come out and film a wide variety of automobiles and helping support my first ever trip to Texas. For more information about this car or their other inventory, check out southcoastautos.com. The 6th generation Corvette made its debut for the 2005 model year as an evolution of the C5, taking the best attributes and refining them to make a leaner looking, more responsive and refined automobile. The C5 with its 8-year production run was always thought highly of. Overall, it was a great value in performance despite being a larger car as far as the dimensions were concerned. The C6's fiberglass and composite body is shorter by 5.1 inches by reducing the overhangs front and rear, while the wheelbase is actually longer by 1.2 inches. The new wheelbase length does a better job fitting the larger wheels into the fender wells. Also, with an inch taken from the rear fender flares, the C6 is a tighter looking package overall. It's also about 60 pounds lighter than the C5 despite the increased sound deadening to quiet the interior. The interior build quality of the C6 was also vastly improved over the C5 with a much less plasticky interior. New electric door locks had also featured for the first time heated seats, an optional navigation system, as well as an intuitive driver information system with heads-up display that beams up onto the windshield. All Corvette coupes came with a removable Targa roof, while the convertible is also available, now with a power retractable top. With the modified dimensions, more time in the wind tunnel was needed to lower the coefficient of drag. New air dams up front, fender vents, and modified body sculpture helped lower the drag of the C6 compared to the C5. The C6 is also the first to remove the pop-up headlamps. The lighter xenon projector lamps are more efficient and don't increase drag like the pop-up ones did. Overall, the suspension is of similar design, fully independent with cast aluminum upper and lower control arms with transverse composite leaf springs. But the C6 did have some proper upgrades. New shock absorbers increased the length of travel by 0.3 inches in front and 0.8 inches in the rear, better stability through front camber angle modifications, stiffer stability bars, new bushings, as well as revised springs and dampers. The steering is variable ratio rack and pinion power assist and could come with either your choice of 4-speed automatic or 6-speed manual transmissions. The automatic cars have slightly lower power output than the manuals, and the manuals also benefit from shorter gear linkages for 2005 for better response and quicker acceleration. The C6 also features larger wheels, consisting of aluminum alloys measuring 18 by 8.5 inches in front and 19 by 10 inches in the rear, wrapped in Goodyear Eagle F1 run-flat tires measuring 245/40 in front and 285/35 in the rear. The hydraulic vacuum assist brakes feature ventilated cross-drilled discs measuring 13.4 inches in front and 13 inches in the rear, with anti-lock brakes. It can all bring the car to a stop from 60 miles an hour and 114 feet. I'll go ahead and pop the hood. The biggest change for the C6 was its revised power plant, a new small block pushrod 16-valve aluminum V8 dubbed the LS2. It featured a 2.6mm bore increase which boosted displacement from 5.7 liters in the LS1 to 6 liters. The compression ratio was also increased from 10.1 to 1 to 10.9 to 1. Intake efficiency was improved by 15%, while exhaust flow by 20%, and the valve lift on the cam was increased. The engine is also lighter by about 15 pounds through smaller aluminum oil pan, smaller water pump, and thinner exhaust manifold. The internal modifications enhance lubrication through hard cornering. It produces a healthy 400 horsepower at 6,000 RPM with a higher 6,500 RPM redline and 400 pound-feet of torque at 4,400 RPM. That's up 50 horsepower and 25 pound-feet of torque compared to a C5 with a manual transmission. 0 to 60 times are in as little as 4.3 seconds with a quarter-mile time of 12.7 seconds at 113 miles per hour. Manufacturer claimed top speed is 186 miles per hour. As far as fuel economy, with an 18-gallon tank, EPA estimates the Corvette to be about 18 miles to a gallon in the city and 26 on the highway. Well guys, I hope you enjoyed this brief look at the 2005 Chevrolet Corvette. Be sure to stay tuned next time. There's a lot more where that came from. Take care everybody.